Hi, today we're going to be reviewing the Mini Brands Home Series. Now, I already have quite a few that I can go over with you. I'm going to show them to you in a little bit more detail. And one of the main things that I'm going to be doing is seeing if the items will fit in the 1/12 scale dollhouse. I'm going to be trying to finish here in the next few months. There's a lot of new series that have been coming out by the Miniverse, by the Mini Brands, and again, that's my goal, is trying to find the items that I can use. Some of them are a little bit too tiny, and we'll review that today also. But for a smaller scale dollhouse, that would work just fine. The first thing that we're going to review is the little fish bowl. Now, I do have that one, but I have not put the resin in yet. But in reviewing the size and everything, this works just fine for the dollhouse, the 1/12 scale. Okay, next we have, there's a vase, the skillet that has the items in it. Now, I do not have those, so I can't review those with you. The chair and the ottoman. Now, this is actually too small for the dollhouse, for this 1/12 scale. It's very nice and everything, but unfortunately it's just too small in scale. I mean, if I put it up next to like the sink, you can get an idea on how tiny that is. So that one will not work for what I'm going to be using it for. Now, the dish with the fruits, I do have that. I just did not think to get it out for this set, but that one will work as well. Okay, we have the countertop oven. That one is right here. It's KitchenAid. I can't get over how detailed they get with these. I mean, even all around it has the description and everything. And when you open it up, look, it even has the specs. Okay, when you open it up, look how they package it, just like a real one. Now, these aren't cardboard like you normally find. And look how cute. So detailed. This opens up, and there are 3 trays that come out. And I'm just going to keep dropping it. Actually, there's 4 things in there, because I think that comes out too. Yeah. So I will put this one to the side for now. So the next thing we're going to look at is the stand mixer. Now, this is one of the reasons why I tried to get this series. I really, and I think a lot of people were like this, they really want to get that mixer, but it's next to impossible to find. There are a few lucky out there that was able to get one, but unfortunately, after buying a lot of these little balls, I did not. Now, this is actually from one of the display boxes that they have in the stores, but it's empty. They're not just going to give that away. So, yeah, this is just the display box. Now, I was fortunate enough, my cousin gifted me she knew how much I wanted to try to find this, and she gifted me a little mixer. It's a little metal mixer, and I think it's actually cuter than this, and you can find those online. But for this particular series, I do not have that one to show you. Okay, the next item is a little blender, and we gotta find that. That's right here. Okay, this one I just recently got, and I have not unboxed it yet, so let's see what it looks like. But yeah, again, it's so detailed. Okay, again, it's got the little protective little things. Normally they would be cardboard, but these are plastic. Okay, look how detailed. And this just fits right on top. And the lid is in this, and it's just going to go flying all over. And I can't get it, it went underneath something. But anyways, here is the little blender. Okay, put that up. Oh, that's the little thing that goes in the center of this thing here, I think. Okay, next we have, oh, by the way, the blender works just fine for this dollhouse. Okay, next we have the little red couch, the Lips couch. This was interesting. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of this because it's a little bit more modern than what I'm looking for, and it doesn't work anyways. If you hold that up next to the sink and stove, you can see how small that is. So that one will not work with this dollhouse. Now you might be able to use it maybe in the kids' room of the dollhouse. In fact, that's actually what I'm going to be using some of these items for, and I'll show you those here in a few minutes. But the red lips, probably not. Okay, we have a slider board that is right here. And again, you can see how small this is compared to the island. You know, I might be able to put maybe a little screen TV on it, but for in general purpose for it, no, it's just too small. Now the little cupboard next to it. Now this one here, I can probably use those for a nightstand. I do have a couple of those. One thing you'll find is you'll get a lot of duplicates as time goes on, but I did end up getting 2 of these, and I might use this for little nightstands in the bedroom. The vacuum cleaner is right here. And yes, this one, it's a small box, but once you put it together, I think it'll work okay. It's a little small, but again, it'll work. I cannot get over how detailed this is. A lot of little pieces here. Now you can see on the box, but this, it angles out or down. This part attaches to the top. So again, the box looked smaller, but it's still a pretty good size. Next to the stove, you can see how tall that is, so that will work with the dollhouse. And just so you know, this little thing here, the little canister that collects the dirt, is removable. So, and it has a little filter inside. It also has, if you take this part off, it has a little attachment. And that can be fitted on there for like a little, like stairs or, you know, detailed. So that will work perfectly. Okay, next we have the rug, and that you could probably already see out here. That will work just fine. Now, this is the vanity, the makeup vanity, and the stool. They are not sewed together. You might find the stool in a ball, and then you might find the vanity in a ball, another different ball. You just remove this to reveal the mirror. I'm just keeping it on here for now until I'm ready to use it. But the little drawers open. Oh, if I can get a little bit, get a hold of it, but yes, they cut open. I don't think the middle one does, but these on the side do. Now this is not the size of a regular 1/12 scale. So I think I'm going to use this in the little girl's bedroom. It's small enough for a child, the dollhouse child. Okay, next we have the food processor. That is one I do not have, so I can't show you that one. The espresso machine, I believe I have that right here. Again, very detailed box. Now, some of these appliances, and especially the microwave, I got a lot of duplicates of that. But one of the things I'm going to be probably making is like a little store. So in the electronics department, we can just have our extra microwaves in there. And I'll have a bakery that I'm going to be doing. That can be in the kitchen part of it. Okay, this is got several little pieces in it. Again, it has its little storage or, protective outer thing. Here's our little espresso machine. It's got the little canister there in the back. Even the bottom is detailed. Look at that. Okay, we have several of our little items here. We have our little cup. And I am not really familiar with espresso machines, so I'm not sure what all these little things are, but I think that goes in there some way. Now, we do have some items in here, but those don't come out. That's just for show. And that is it for that one. Try not to lose any of these little pieces. Next we have the coffee grinder, and that is right here. Again, it has this protective thing on it. And this one might be stubborn. I may have to open it from the other side. Maybe not. That's sealed. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's the bottom. Again, so detailed. Okay, we have that will go on top. And it's in the little mug coffee thing. Okay. Next we have the microwave. And by the way, all these appliances that I've been going over, they all fit with the dollhouse. So goodbye for this. This has a lot of different little things. Instead of one going all the way across, it's on all four sides. But look how detailed. And the door opens up. It comes with a little glass plate, or it's plastic, but it resembles the glass plate that it normally would have. And that fits right in there. So again, that's perfect size. Okay, next we have the sandwich maker. This one did not come in a box. It just was loose. And this opens up. It's got the 4 little pedestal things to stand on. And it opens up this way. And it's got removable toast in there. But has the little slots in there. This one I wasn't as impressed with. It's in a way kind of plain. And that came apart. There we go. Toast wants to escape. But that one will work with the dollhouse. And we have our air fryer. And this one also will work. This has a drawer that opens up. And it's got little french fries, and that can come out. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we have a frying pan. I got a lot of these little things, more so than the others. In fact, I didn't even get this pot at all. But this seems to be more common. Got a little detail on the back. And here's our little saucepan. And obviously the paper can come off. I just left it on there in case I happen to use it in the store thing that I make. Okay, next we have the iron. And I only received one of these, so I have a feeling this one's a little harder to find. But, yep, there's the iron. Again, very detailed. And that will work fine with the dollhouse as well. In fact, that's a good size. Okay, next we have the power drill and the jigsaw. I'm going to open those up at the same time. And these will also work. In fact, I'm a little excited about them. Let me find them. I'm a little excited about these because I am going to be, my dollhouse has a garage in it. So I'm going to make a little shop in it. A little tool shop. So these will work very well in that. I was so excited to see that these boxes actually have something in it rather than just the outside. So you can use the items. Look at that. And if I'm not mistaken, yep, the battery packs come off just like a real one would. Okay, here's the little jigsaw. Again, very detailed. Next we have the lava lamp. That's this right here, and it fits fine in the dollhouse. The garbage can, now it's pretty small. I mean, it can maybe go for a little trash can, maybe in the kitchen. And the lid comes off. But see, it's even small really for maybe in a bathroom. Though it might not really look right since it looks like a regular trash can. I don't know. It might be okay. Not my first choice. We have our fan ventilator. And that works just fine in the dollhouse. It's tall enough that it'll work fine. We have our candlesticks, and I only got 2 of them out. And they will work also in the dollhouse. Cute little pink color. Okay, we have some of the kitchen items. Here's our water bottle, and that will work fine. Okay, we have our bento lunch. There's a little lunch box. And these open up. Oh, I think I just opened it from the wrong side. There's the front of it. There we go. Now, I don't think the little... Oh, that part does come out. but that works. And we have our little soup mug that is right here. And the lid comes off. And all of these little things work. Now, I do not have this. Okay. We have the water pitcher, and that also has a removable lid. So tiny. I think all the kitchen type items will work in that 1/12 scale dollhouse. We also have another food container. This one here, and the lid does come off. The mirror, again, this is probably going to be like more, maybe the little girl's room. And this, you could just remove to do the mirror. Okay, the ice tray. I did want to show you this part. This is so cute. Now, this is the ice tray. But if you open it up, look, it's got the little ice cubes. They're so tiny. And they come out too. Now, they don't break apart, but that is the ice cubes. This seemed to be a really common one also. I have a lot of these. But it's fine. It can fill the freezer, I guess. Because it does work. Now we also have our little container here. It says food container. You can use this for all kinds of storage. The lid opens up. So very handy to have. Okay, we have our measuring cup. This seemed to be a common one too. This was in a lot of the balls, but it has a removable lid. But it still works because I'll have that bakery that I'm going to be doing. So I can use it for several different things. We have our little food scale. Very detailed. And that works, obviously. Okay, we have our rolling pin. This is a common one. This was in a lot of the balls. But thankfully I can still use it. Or use them, I guess. We also have our cutting board. This one seemed to be in a lot of them also. But that's fine. Now I do not have the grater, so I can't show you that one. The eggs, I did get quite a few eggs as well, which is fine. Again, this opens up and you can see the little eggs inside. And the eggs do come out, but they're not split. They all come out at the same time. We've got our stool. This is too small for the dollhouse. It is very similar to the red chair that's right beside it there. Picture. This is has like a plastic frame. And I think you can probably pop this out and put your own picture in if you want to. But it'll work in the dollhouse. We have our desk lamp. This could probably work in there as well. It's a little small, but just for a little desk, I think it'll be okay. We have our little basket here. This is pretty small, so I don't know if I'm going to use this in there or not. I'm not quite sure yet. But see, that's how small it is compared to the dollhouse kitchen. Again, with this, it's going to be very small as well. These are really cute little cubicles. The drawers come out. It comes with 2 of them. I think I got it upside down. But I'm thinking I got a few of these as well. They weren't super common, but I get a couple of them. So by stacking them, I'm thinking I might be able to use that in the child's room. Like maybe have some of its toys or something in there. Okay, we have our stool. It's also very small, in fact, compared to the little thing here. So I'm thinking maybe, again, in the child's room, maybe have a little table. In fact, the table I'm going to show you early. This is a little table that is in it, and the stools fit with that. But next to the kitchen, you can kind of see the scale. A little small. Oh, here's the ironing board. And I think it's too small for the dollhouse. I mean, it's cute and everything, but compared to, I mean, you can see how tiny that is. That just will not work with the dollhouse. Here is the nightstand. I do not have that. Oh, yes, I do. I guess I do. Now, it's smaller. Maybe you could use that in the child's bedroom as well. Maybe next to the bed. But I think it's too big for, or too small for the regular dolls. But the drawers do open. Okay, we have our pan of cupcakes. Those do not come out. That's just for looks. But it'll still work with the dollhouse. It's a little small, but it'll be fine. We have a clock. Does not work. And it's small, but I think we could still make it work. Same with the air diffuser. A little small, but again, I think it'll work okay. Now here are the different magazines that come with it. Now they're just plastic, has the sticker on the top, but these are very common. I have all kinds of these. There's 4 different ones, but they'll still work in the dollhouse. So even to fill a bookshelf, we can use these. And that's it. Now, a couple things I don't remember going over that I see here. Oh, yep, we skipped a page. Okay, there's the table that I already showed you. The chair, I'm sorry, I do not have, so I can't show you this one. This pink chair is too small for the dollhouse. Now, I might be able to use it in the child's room or someplace like that, but it is pretty small. If you look at that next to, yeah, so too small. The beanbag chair, this can go, this is hard plastic. This can probably go in the child's room, but it's still pretty small. Again, I mean, it's a little better than this chair as far as size, so we could probably still use it in the child's bedroom. And I think that is it. So quite a few things that you can get out of this series. So it depends on what you're wanting to use them for. If you're wanting to use them for the dollhouse, you have a pretty good idea now what will work in there and what won't. But I would say probably most of the items that you get from this series you can use in the dollhouse. Otherwise, they look cute in a shadow box. Some people have those. So just to give you an idea, and I'll see you in another video.